Nah, there won't be an intro on my channel. It'll just be me saying, "Oh, by the way, we are live." Um,
Okay. So we are live right now, and we're here for our friend who hasn't joined the Hangout quite yet, Godless Journey, who recently suffered a stroke. And we're here to help him out and raise some funds for him.
and for those
So,
who
if,
for those who don't know Godless Journey, he's actually the administrator on several of the discords for the atheist community.
yes, he does a lot for the atheist community. He is constantly trying to help out. I didn't even really have a Discord until Godless Journey showed up and was like, I can do all this stuff. So he really helped. And I see we have Forsaking Faith. Christine is here.
Hey everybody.
Holy shit,
And
we can hear you now.
we can
I
hear.
know. This is what's happening in my world right now.
It
Emptiness.
happens.
We'll figure it out. It's all good. I'm using my phone, which has a cracked whatever. It's not about me.
It happens. But if you
So,
look
yeah.
in, go
Oh,
ahead.
good. Oh, you.
I was just going to say in the description below, and I'm sure Mrs. Snarky will share it as well, is the GoFundMe link. So we're raising funds. I have it set at $1,000 through my channel and Cirrus's channel. I'm pretty sure we can get a good portion of that done.
Maybe, hopefully, possibly.
Yes.
So Steve Phillips just sent a super chat on my channel saying, "Does this help?" So do not do it through super chat. Super chats goes to me. We're doing this through GoFundMe, and this is going straight to Godless Journey. This isn't being filtered through an account, the way we did RJ Downard's thing. So I do thank you for the $2 super chat, but it will not function for what we're doing here. Strictly use the GoFundMe link.
And if you're on my channel, you can use the GoFundMe link. You can also send it straight through my Streamlabs account, and then that will be transferred directly to the GoFundMe. So because that's an instant thing, I know Super Chat, it's kind of there in limbo forever.
So supposedly you get like 60% of what super chats actually are. In reality, I don't think it's that much. I really
Oh, yeah?
I don't think
Well,
it's
then-
even that.
That's like
Lucky-
Twitch. Twitch is like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky for my subscribers, I'm not monetized. So just go ahead and send it through the GoFundMe or Streamlabs, and we'll get this going. So Christine, you are here as well. You work with Secular Hangouts,
Yes,
and
indeed.
that's really where Godless Journey started getting into YouTube. So what does Secular Hangouts do?
What Secular Hangouts, we've been going for a while now. We basically just wanted to provide a space for people who have left the faith. It actually started out with just Godless Journey and Graceful Atheist hopping on YouTube and chatting to each other about like what they felt and how deconversion affected them. And I kind of was like, hey, that's really cool. Like, and so those guys really were very warm and very welcoming from the beginning and very excited to give us the support that we needed, which is really awesome. And so we started Women of Deconversion, on which Mrs. Snarky is on. And that's sort of a branch of Secular Hangouts. And it's tough, you know, it's easy to attend a church every Sunday that's nearby. It's tough to find that sense of community, even online, unless, of course, you follow Godless Ioan or Cirrus, then I'm sure you're feeling the community pretty hard. But anyway, but it can be tough to find that place where you could be like, you know, how are your kids? Can I bake you a lasagna? You know, so this is like a way, Secular Hangouts is a way to at least reach people in that way, even if you can't bake them a lasagna. And I feel like today is an example of how we bake people lasagnas.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
And I do want to say we did get a $10 donation from Josiah Hansen.
Thank
He's
you.
in the chat. He said, and I'll have to pull back up the window because for some reason I was dumb and closed it. Just saying thanks. So thanks, Godless Journey.
Way, even if you can't
for
bake the lasagna. And I
what you
feel like
do.
today.
And Godless Journey, for me, I actually met Godless Journey just after his deconversion. He started a blog, and he was following my blog for a little bit, and he started talking to me in the comments, and then he took the initiative and started a YouTube channel and messaged me and was like, you should consider it. And at the time I was like, there's no effing way I'm ever going to get on YouTube. I don't know what you're thinking.
And here you are. Here you are.
I know.
And now we can't get rid of him.
Exactly.
Oh, it's awesome. You're awesome, Godless Iowan. It's funny because I feel like when you tell Godless Iowan to do something, he's like, nah, and then he does it and like knocks it out of the park and then does 60 more. And you're like, what is going on? I just meant like maybe next week we could try it, you know?
Well, with this, it was actually really interesting because, and I got to stop for a second. We got 2 more donations. One says donor does not want his name mentioned, but it was a $5 donation. And then Artemis Brain Sample donated $10. So we're up to 25 on the goal. But it was funny when Mrs. Snarky actually goes, Forsaking Faith is looking to maybe do a fundraiser for Godless Journey. And I was like, well, that's pretty interesting because Cirrus and I already have one planned for Friday, so let's do this. It's
I know. And you know, I should have known. Like, oh yeah, I know. He's probably already on it. Next time, any ambition I have, I'll make sure to check with you first to make sure. Oh, you wanted to be president. All right, fine. Okay, it's fine. I don't want to be president anymore. I'll support you. Who wants to be president anyway?
I don't think that I could. Well, no, after.
Don't say it. Don't do it.
I could. I think I could. I'll be president. Okay, that's what we're
You'll
doing.
be president.
Yeah.
Yes. Mark.
He'll be the first atheist president. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Mark Caesar donated $50, said you need it and you've done for others. You deserve some help. Thanks. So thank you, Mark Caesar. But when it comes to like, here's something that's been so incredible about me joining YouTube and really getting involved in the atheist community. When I was a minister, I always wanted to help people, and I never found that I was actually helping people. And since I've joined YouTube, I've actually gotten to do some things that actually do help people. I know Cirrus has done the same thing on his channel with RJ Downard.
We needed to get him equipment, so we did that.
Yeah, it's a really, really cool thing. I've been able to help Aptivist, who's a really big activist on Twitter, get a brand new laptop. And so if we can do these things to help people out, because there's always this idea that atheists aren't charitable, that we just go through life and we're selfish and we don't do anything for other people. And I'm trying to put that down and say that that's just a lie. We do like helping people out when we have a chance. And Cirrus is muted. Cirrus is...
Yes, I had to hand Pam some poison because for anybody else who is living in the Georgia area, there's a bit of a stink bug infestation quite literally everywhere here. It's a mess. There's...
And I'm fucking terrified.
Yeah. It's horrible. And we have cats. So we have to try to catch some of the stink bugs before the cats do, otherwise the house gets this lovely... I don't even know how to describe the smell. It's horrid.
Like an alien stench?
Yes.
Like we don't have stink bugs here. I have been in an area that had stink bugs. Do you have stink bugs where you're at, Christine?
I don't know. I'm so bad at entomology. Is it entomology?
It's entomology.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm so bad at it that I'm like, we have beetles. So like I know we have beetles and we
Well, they are a type of beetle.
Yes. You know what? I'm gonna look up a picture of them and see if we have them, because I don't think we do have them, but they don't really smell.
Yeah.
They only smell when they're ridiculously threatened. Like right before death, they'll release out the smell, and that's their only real self-defense mechanism is smelling kind of bad.
Got it.
Yeah, see, in our area, we don't have stink bugs. The only thing that I can try to tell people is we have daddy long legs, and if you squish them, they let off a smell, but it's like shooting that smell directly into your sinuses.
Yeah,
it's
although
horrible.
I don't really like killing daddy long legs, though, because they're really helpful spiders.
No, but if you've ever stepped on one on accident or something, I mean, I'm sure you would have to get a sword, Cirrus, since you're so small to combat a daddy long legs.
Hey! I have a hammer. I have a hammer.
He just has to roll a dice. You gotta roll it. I got a 20.
I'll roll a natural 20 with this, and then roll a 1 for damage, so I get critical not.
Well, and the good thing is if he has his ring on, he's invisible to the spider, so it doesn't matter.
There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
We got another donation from Evans Murphy for $5, so thank you, Evans. We are up to $80 right now out of the goal. So, Cirrus.
Yeah?
I noticed there's a pretty thing on your face.
A pretty thing on my face?
Yes.
What is that thing that's on my face that you're talking about?
You have the facial hair now.
Yes.
The facial hair.
Pam requested that I grow facial hair, and so...
Well, you're a YouTube atheist. You kind of have to have facial hair.
I have to look evil.
I mean, Christine's trying.
I've got. If you look really closely, we all have it. All right.
Yes.
Oh, we all have that beautiful stash.
I mean, I've also heard from people that have deleted their Twitter accounts, and some people that are part of Baptist organizations, that all atheists do is sit down and play video games and drink soda. And you know, I don't know if that's true, but like, but at the same time,
Raise your hand if you have Smash Brothers pre-ordered, but Amazon didn't deliver it. No, Amazon didn't deliver it.
I didn't have to worry about that. I just ordered it in the shop.
My face. I see your Smash in my face. Get your Smash out of my face.
I don't even have a Switch.
That's because you're newlywed. You don't need a Switch.
and it's his wife that wants the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
It didn't help that I brought my Switch over and we all played Gungeon, and he was like, I want it.
Mark Caesar, who gave $50, and I'm going to ask this question because Mark Caesar is awesome. Asks Cirrus if it's an inner thigh tickler, the daddy long legs.
An inner thigh tickler.
Is he talking about how it looks like you're kind of maybe playing with yourself while you play with your Switch?
I'm playing a handheld game. This is not my penis. If that helps.
Thank
it does.
you.
It really does help. I'm really glad I didn't just have your penis in my face. That would have been uncomfortable.
I'm just here to porn bomb the Godless Iowans and my channel. Demonetized mine.
In respect of Godless, to raise money for Godless Journey. That's how you do it.
Penis for Godless Journey. He's bi, isn't he? So that's not a bad person.
I'm not sure if he's out. Is he out?
I'm not sure.
Did you just out?
That's not nice, Cirrus. Why did you do that?
Because I'm a horrible. I'm fairly certain he's mentioned it in a public forum before.
He might have. I don't know. But you know what? Right now, is a great time to give money. Give money now.
Yes.
Money. And I'm
Yeah.
even
Money,
I'm even
money,
opening
money,
up
money.
Cirrus's chat so I can start sharing the GoFundMe in there.
Oh my God, I
So-
wish. See, what we should have done is we should have just streamed our Smash Brothers shared Switch, because they do that on the network now, right?
Well, I was going to say, the interesting thing that Cirrus has done by showing the Smash Brothers on this, he's guaranteed that this video is probably going to get taken down.
Oh yeah, because Nintendo does that shit.
Ew.
Hopefully they don't realize that.
We use their name now.
If they take something down just because you showed that you're playing a game on a console like that, I would want to go to the Nintendo CEO, grab him by the nape of the neck, and just like ram him into a table multiple times and go, "What is this table made out of? What is it made out of? What did it take? Fucking technology? Cool, catch up with it, damn it!"
And with that, we do have another donation for $5 from Ben. Get well soon, buddy. Thank you for the donation. We are at $85 now raised. But yeah, Nintendo, is it always going to be stuck in the past?
So for a little, they're not as stuck in the past as they used to be, but there's this weird thing that happened. So the Switch, as good of a console as it is, it's this awkward middle ground where the ideas that were on the Wii U that made it really good, some of them didn't make it over. So like one of the things that people criticized Nintendo of was that its online infrastructure sucked. Like it was horrible on the Wii. The Wii U comes out, and the Wii U had amazing online infrastructure. Miiverse was actually a really cool forum that you didn't really see on other platforms. So they actually did take those steps forward, and you had the ability to use mic chat with people in online games like you can for literally every other console. And then the Switch comes out, and they're like, "You guys have phones, right?"
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. And you know what the weird part is? It's not that the Switch doesn't have the capability. Because it does. Because if you play Fortnite on the Switch, you can actually plug in a set of PC headphones that have a mic, and it will bypass it, and it will allow you to speak in the voice chat.
That's so weird.
Because it has crossplay with the PC version. So the idea that they're like, no, this is something that our online infrastructure can't handle. Yes, it can.
Yeah.
It was just like when they said that the Wii couldn't play DVDs, and the only reason that the Wii couldn't play DVDs is because Wii games were written onto the discs backwards as an anti-piracy measure. So when you put a DVD in and it spun it forward, it had no idea what to do. But if you actually, you could go into the Wii's firmware, hack it, and make it spin it the other way, and then it would read DVDs perfectly fine like any other DVD player. It's like,
how weird is that? Like, seriously, how weird. Okay, so we do have two more donations. $5 from Lisa, thank you. And $10 from Greg saying, "I'm using my God-given libertarian free will to send some money." So thank you, Greg. We appreciate it. But yeah, it's just so odd. They did so well. The Switch was going, it's like, okay, this Switch is going to actually be pretty cool. It's going to be, wait, what? Who wants to use their phone?
Yeah, I don't understand why they took that route, and I'm thinking that in a year or so they're probably going to reverse it over the life of the Switch, since it has that capability. It's already something you can do anyway, so they're probably going to end up doing something that makes it not have as many problems. But for the time being, we do live in the reality where it has those problems, which sucks, but it is, again, it's where we are. But as far as them being stuck in the past, the worst part about that is that that's actually one of their company mottos. One of their mottos is they use tried and tested technology and see what else can be done with it, instead of taking new technology and walking forward. They try to see what else the older technology can do that other people didn't do with it. It's one of the reasons why they get so innovative, because they have to. It's their motto. It's what their company stands for. Like, the Nintendo DS didn't have any hardware in it that the Sony PlayStation didn't already have. Yeah. But it had a touchscreen, and it could handle more things than the PlayStation could originally. So that's something, I guess. I mean, it was one of the best-selling handhelds, so it worked. Like, as far as sales figures, they do good with that motto. It just gets frustrating sometimes.
I think the thing that the Switch did well is it went to a handheld model. And because Nintendo has done so well with their handheld systems over the last decade, really.
They've dominated the handheld markets.
Yeah. I mean, the PSP, it was destroyed. The Vita, is it a Pita?
It's the Vita, but
Vita.
The
See,
Vita
I don't even
I was
remember
like, oh, I like PETA.
I don't even remember the name of it. So it's worthless. But we do have another donation from Jennifer. Donated $25. Thank you, Jennifer, for that donation. As I said, Mrs. Snarky is sharing out the link on in the chat. I'm doing it on Surus's channel as well because Surus is playing Smash Brothers and appears to maybe be picking his nose from no
How?
He's messing with his
How is that my nose? My cheek is now my nose?
I would just like you all to go to Twitter and type hashtag Surus picks his nose, and that would make me happy.
That thing that you didn't see happen on camera.
Well,
Now
it was
my
just
nose is itchy. Now you're
See?
doing that thing. Stop doing the thing.
now we need to not pick our noses while we're on a live stream.
Let me just hold on. There we go.
That'll
I'll
work.
pull the genie. What
So-
is it? There we go.
I dream a genie.
I dream of genie. Yeah, I got
So,
it.
Surus, how did you meet Godless Journey?
So apparently, and I say apparently because it's kind of fuzzy. A lot of members in the YouTube community, I'm kind of fuzzy on how I met at this point.
Surus thinks this is the first time we've met, probably.
I think we've talked on Secular Hangouts before.
Okay, he remembers. Good.
I
Go ahead,
remember
sir.
vaguely. We're important things like watching. Damn it, Natja. Screw Natja Witness. Do not let Natja Witness hit 1,000 subscribers before Christmas now. We revoke the present from him. But with that said, if memory serves, he sent me... I think he sent me emails a while back before we had Discord or anything set up for most of our channels. Emails and Twitter. We just kind of talked over that where he said, hey, I like your channel. I'm planning on starting one. He started his one. And then we just kind of became friends from that. There's not really a big story there.
Yeah, it's like when he got onto my Discord, he just followed the invite and he was looking around and he's like, he messaged me. He goes, your Discord's kind of lame. And I was like, well, thank you. I can make it better. And I was like, do it. And I made him an admin and he made it awesome.
Yeah, he's good at that. It's like, yeah, he just is like, hey, so kind of like you, Io, but he does this thing where he's like, let's do this, and then the next day it's already done, and he has so many other personal responsibilities as well that you're like, what hour did you stay up to finish that? And he's just so impressive and is so willing to give. And it's just, I don't know. I wish we were doing this and he didn't have a stroke. You know, like, he just deserves this anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
And just to let everyone know, Godless Journey wants to join, but at the moment he's trying to get them to move him. He's still in the hospital after this stroke.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get moved somewhere more private. He says right now his roommate snores like a trucker downshifting on the interstate. And when he's not doing that, he sounds like a zombie from The Walking Dead.
Oh.
So he'll join if he's able to get somewhere private, but he still has his humor. He's awesome.
I mean, I'll be
Seriously.
honest. I don't see any issue with him hopping on, even if all that is the case.
Yeah, you can still hop on.
Like,
Yeah, there are some HIPAA things I think we have to be careful of, but they're probably not that important.
I mean, the way
But,
I
yeah.
see it, if he can be in a phone call, then it shouldn't
Yeah,
be much of a
totally.
stretch.
Yeah, right,
Especially if no personal information is being leaked about literally anybody.
right,
Then
exactly.
then anybody that holds issue can take the stick out of their ass and use it to fuck themselves again.
They can hang out with the CEO of Nintendo.
Yes,
Yeah.
they can.
Okay, so I just refreshed the GoFundMe. We got another private donation of $20. Thank you very much. And then a donation of $20 from Mike. So thank you very much to both of you guys. We are now up to $165. So keep those coming in. Godless Journey is more than worth it. He has done things for me that I was just amazed. I had no idea how to set up webhooks on Discord, and he went in there and got them all done really fast and easy.
I have both of them.
He's incredible. So keep donating. It is very important to me, especially. Godless Journey is my longest friend in this community. So I truly care about him. I like some of the early conversations we had were about,
Your butt.
no, it wasn't. I had not gone into the depth of butt stuff yet, but no, it was just about some of the struggles that you have, when you leave the church that you've been a part of for years. Both of us had absolutely no community really at the time, and we've both entered this, and he's incredible. So yeah, tithe now. I can't promise you'll get anything back, but you'll be helping out a good friend.
So this is offering, right?
Yes,
Tithe
this is an
tithe
offering.
This is offering. Yeah, I was thinking about this. I was like, okay, so tithe is 10%. I was like, what if the atheist community, what if we took 10% of what we earned and like gave it to content creators? I was thinking about this and I was like, that would be so much money.
That's actually what I do on my Patreon. Like
Yeah, when people tithe.
Well, the way my Patreon works is, I make sure that 20% of whatever I get on Patreon goes back into the content creator community.
Nice.
So
Very cool.
Godless Iowan, Godless Cranium, Paulogia, Steve McRae, a bunch of others all have stuff that comes out of my channel because they fall in that 20%. And whenever I get more funding on Patreon, the more funding I have on Patreon, the more content creators I put in my list of content creators that I'm redistributing stuff to. That way, 80% of the stuff I get on Patreon, I get to keep. That's mine. That's what I get to eat off of. 20% of that, though, I like going back into the community. So I already kind of do that.
Yep. And Holy Kool-Aid, I think, is the one that he talks about, the atheist tithe of actually setting aside 10%. And that's actually an interesting thing. When you remove the 10% that is basically mandatory giving that Christians give to their church, when you remove that, you actually level out the playing field when it comes to atheist charitable donations and the religious. So when they say Christians give so much more, it's because they're giving out of compulsion, and we're still giving pretty much around the same.
I just want to shout out Godless Journey is in the chat. Holla.
Yes.
Amen.
Hello, Godless Journey. He is the man of the hour that we all love and adore. I don't know if he's heard all the nice things I've said about him, but I'm
Wait,
not
he's in the
going to.
chat, so we've got to stop talking about him now. Okay.
Yeah. We'll see. Okay, I take it back. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. I don't take
it
But
back.
also,
All those horrible things I said.
You should watch it now because it'll be taken down because Surus shared his Switch.
Nintendo's gonna be all like, "You better not provide us with free advertising, you punk!"
Advertising during a fundraiser for a person who we love and
actually, I would
deserves it.
I would love if Nintendo tried taking it down.
Yeah.
Because then that could actually lead into a giant legal battle that would be legendary. As horrible as that would be. As horrible as that would be, I can just imagine the lore from the atheist community going forward. Like, the atheist community fought Nintendo.
It would be so hilarious. Oh my god, that would be brilliant. It would be so hilarious with us just like here on with pickets, you know, chanting, but streaming, right? Like, oh, it's so cold. We've been standing here for 25 minutes.
We're used to being in the warm with our computers. So if Godless Journey is listening, then, dude, you should probably just get in here anyway. We don't care if we have to listen to snoring, honestly. Just get the fuck in here.
Yeah, we don't
happy,
care.
We are more happy that you're alive and recovering than we care about snoring.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I would just like to say that I found out about it because in a Discord, someone was like, "How's everybody doing?" And Godless Journey just kind of said, "I had a stroke," and it was just like,
I know.
That is an interesting way to let everyone know, and it's just very blunt. I think that's how I would do it.
So it's tough, and actually I want to address this a little bit because I mean, obviously if something happened to you, Io, and Mrs. Snarky would let us know, but like Graceful Atheist disappeared for a couple weeks on Godless Journey, and we were worried about the same thing, and then Godless Journey disappears, and we're like, what's going on? And you know, so part of me was like, well, maybe he's just taking a hiatus like Graceful Atheist did. But you know, we don't have that. That's the part of the church that we're missing. You know, and it's the barrier is really the discomfort that comes with sharing personal information with people you met online. You know, you can get to that point, but it's tough. It's really tough.
I mean, I drove like 15 hours to go see Godless Iowan, so like eventually that barrier gets broken.
You're also male. I mean, I don't want to play my boob card, but
I mean, fair. It is much less dangerous for me to do that than it is for anybody else.
Yeah.
I'm also fat, so the idea that somebody wants to do things to me against my will, it doesn't happen all that often, generally speaking.
Yeah.
I would just like to point out that Artemis Brain Sample just timed out someone on accident, and he is very, very sorry. It's Artemis. You have to understand that. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the. There was another YouTuber that kind of skyrocketed for a little bit and had incredible videos, and then all of a sudden was just gone.
Brilliant Doubt?
Yes. And we had no idea for, I think it was well over a month, had no idea what had happened. And
until Caitlin Chloe got in contact with him.
Yeah. And he had just decided to quit, which is like, well, that's okay, but we all thought you were dead.
Yeah, no joke. And we do, there is this like, certainly I have I have my personal friends. I know that some of us don't know what that feels like, but I have friends outside of, I'm just teasing. I was trying to make fun of Cirrus and his video game playing indirectly, but instead I'm going to do it directly.
That's
Cirrus,
fine.
do you have friends?
Do I have friends?
Yeah, outside of atheist community right now.
Walker, am you my friend? That's encouraging.
Aww. Okay, so no, I'm just kidding. I was just playing. But anyway, but I mean, if anything happened to Mrs. Snarky, I would be absolutely devastated. Like, there's no question that like there is love here, you know. So it's such a weird line. Such a weird line.
Yes.
It's something that I've been dealing with since I was like 12, because thanks to the wonders of the internet and online video gaming, most of my friends have been online for a majority of my life. So for me, this is just the status quo.
Is it easier for you then, do you think, to like drive 15 hours to see Iowan? Like does like the fact that you've trusted people your whole life in this circle mean that you can trust someone?
I have best friends that I have never met in real life, but we've been friends for over 12 years. Just, we've known each other strictly online, playing games online, but they're too far away for me to go see. It's a reality that I've lived in for a while. I've got some real life friends, but most of my best friends are in the online world.
And I definitely do. I have some in the regular everyday world, but I have a lot in the online world. And it's very strange when someone that you're used to talking to pretty frequently just all of a sudden is gone, and you don't know what to do. You don't know if anything's happened to them, so it can be really difficult trying to address that. So definitely, Godless Journey, we love you, man, and we're glad that you're okay, and we're wishing you a speedy recovery, so you can get out of the Walking Dead snoring man's room.
Unless you're a fan of that kind of thing, in which case it's probably a wonderful experience.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of that, I won't kink shame Godless Journey if that's his thing.
It's like being in an 8D Walking Dead game.
Yeah,
you even got to start out. Yeah, and so for the music industry, there's something called 8-dimensional music, where it's programmed to go all around your headset. So when you're listening to music, instead of hearing music this way you normally would in a headset, it sounds like you're in a room in a concert. It's like engineered to do that. It's the same type of stuff you have to use for like VR games. So I was just going to make a joke that, I mean, just like in The Walking Dead, the Godless Journey is starting out his game, in the hospital like Rick.
Oh, that's true. So all of humanity is ceasing to be right now.
Yes. It's part of God's plan, actually, in fact.
Godless Journey, believe it or not, Donald Trump is president.
Boo, get off the stage!
What?
Boo, get off the stage!
Oh, man. But yeah, if you get a chance, go ahead and join in. It would be awesome. And, but, I mean, that's just, it's something that we all face. Like, if something were to happen to me, Mrs. Snarky would be able to tell everybody. But some people don't have that, where, like, Godless Journey's wife wouldn't know who to contact or anything along those lines. I know a lot of people.
Who do I tell about this? Do I tell that Godless Grape Blade guy?
Yes. there's a scarecrow and a lion and Dorothy. It would just be very weird. But people like Nacha Witness. If Nacha Witness were to fall off the face of the earth, no one would have any idea how to find anything out about him.
And it's very easy.
We print out his animation, and have you seen this man?
It would be very easy for him to fall off too. Australia's on the underside of the earth. All you have to do is let go, and then
Let it go.
It is.
That's why Australians have prehensile tails, so that they can hold on to trees.
Facts, people. All facts. Whole lot of facts today.
At least it's not like what the flat earthers think. I mean, they would say that Nacha doesn't even exist. He's a paid shill for living in the magical world they call Australia.
Yes. That's what Nacha is. And Nacha actually said something to me the other day. He said something was as useful as a tick on a Crocs dick. And I was like, is that a saying? And he goes, no, it's not. I just made it up. But it sounded like something.
It might as well be.
Yeah, it might as well be. It needs to be.
Yeah. Is that because they're cold-blooded?
Yes, I think so. I don't know. It's Nacha. He says things, and then you ask, well, what does that mean? I don't know. I just said it. It sounded Australian.
It sounded
Australian.
So wait. Australians don't even know how Australians are supposed to sound. They just say things and they're like, I don't know, that sounded like the stereotype. We don't have fucking internet here. What are you talking about?
Well, that's what you do, because like if you're in America or a lot of the Western world, what do we know about Australia? We know that there was
Bloomin'
the crocodile
onions.
hunter. Even Bloomin' Onions, Outback Steakhouse. Do you know that that steakhouse was named just because the guy liked the word Outback?
Yeah.
It has
Nice.
nothing to do with Australia at all. He
So the
just
All
steak
that-
isn't made of kangaroos? I thought
No.
all this time.
No,
It's
that's
been
why,
false
that's why
kangaroo
the
steak.
steak. That's why the steak doesn't jump off your plate.
That is because that's what happened. Because the cows, you can actually get milk from cow steak. Is that
You just,
or-
you just
where we're
squeeze it and
going?
you're like, delicious red milk.
red
No.
milk. Mm. But we know they have the Crocodile Hunter. We know Crocodile Dundee.
We just know a lot of crocodiles. That's
Is
it.
like Kylie Minogue. Is Kylie Minogue from Australia? I think so.
Maybe.
That's about it. That's about all I know. They have an opera house. I know that too.
They have an opera house.
Yes, the Sydney Opera House, and everything wants to kill you in Australia.
I mean, of course everything wants to kill you on Australia. Wouldn't you want to kill everything if you were Australian?
On Australia. On Australia. On
You're
Australia.
on Australia, yes.
On Australia.
On Australia.
On Australia.
On Australia.
On Australia.
So we have had another $20 donation from Purple Rhymes with Orange. Thank you. And Purple Rhymes with Orange just started his own YouTube channel.
I'm sorry for his stupidity, guys. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I
Aw.
tried locking him in the basement and it didn't work. I'm sorry, Godless Journey. He's just.
Can we say that from now on, for every donation to the GoFundMe, Pam gets to hit you?
Oh
Yes.
God.
Oh.
Okay, fine. So for every donation to the GoFundMe, apparently you get to hit me.
Fuck yeah!
So you get to hit him 20 times.
Wait, no, hold on.
No, just one
This
time.
is no back pay.
One-
No,
I
hold
wanna
on.
do it, I want to do it. I want to do it.
I need to actually do this thing now. Why are you so happy about committing a violence against me? Why are you so happy about getting domestic?
My kink is kink shaming.
Let me just say, I feel like this guy right now.
You know, I always liked Luigi more because Luigi was taller.
I think
He's always been tall.
I think everybody likes Luigi more because he's actually got a personality.
Oh, Mark Caesar points out a good thing. Don't forget the past donations. What are we up to now, Iwan?
We are at. Let me pull that up real quick. I mean, Cirrus is going to be just a bloody stain. We are at $185 raised, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
It's not per dollar.
11.
It's per donation.
Pam, get some jewelry on. Get some jewelry on.
No, she's not going to be using jewelry.
So 12 donations so far.
Pam.
Oh, nope, nope. In honor of Godless Journey, I will. How many is it? 12?
Yes.
In honor of Godless Journey, this is a sock that I have filled with rice. You gotta take it.
Where do I...
One.
Ow!
2.
Ow, that was my nipple!
3, 4, 5,
Why did I get beat with rice in my nipple?
8, 9,
You're...
and
That was really close to my balls.
11, 12.
Totally endorse this.
I'm not looking.
Okay. So,
You're gonna change the title of this stream to "Let's help a friend, let's get domestic."
Mark Caesar says that he donated $50, so he wants me to rape you with the hammer.
No.
no, Nadja has said $50 to see an Iowan man boob. And
You gotta do it.
I'd say for $50 it'd be worth it.
Especially for
You gotta show a little titty.
Nintendo's not gonna like that.
Well, they were like, we were with you until the man boob. Oopsception. Okay, so we got another $5 donation from Landon Weeb. So, Pam,
Why?
there we go. And,
Isn't the abuse supposed to happen with the hammer that's made out of foam?
No, see, this is for Godless Journey, and I wanted it to be a sock.
So
That way I could sock it to you.
No.
That's
That was a freebie.
That's awesome.
I just can't.
freebies. You can't beat him for free. That's not how this works.
The only person allowed to beat my meat is me.
That was awkward.
I figured it needed to be.
Purple says we'll need to start a fundraiser for Sarah's recovering from this fundraiser.
Guys, Cyrus is in the hospital. Why? Raising money for a friend in the hospital.
And Landon also said, "Get well soon." I'm hearing myself. Get well soon. Hopefully, there's an echo.
Is it the
And so hopefully we'll know more.
Oh,
soon.
no. I have to change something here real quick. On my end, they can't hear you anymore. Just give me a second.
They can't hear me.
No. Speakers.
We're the king of the forest.
There we go.
Forest!
Should be able to hear now. When
Okay.
Pam comes over, I have to set it to where she's able to hear through the speakers. But of course, Streamlabs doesn't update with that.
No, Streamlabs is not nice with that.
Streamlabs
You guys
does
are.
not. Like.
I love when you guys say words like Streamlabs and like Zoom and like, and I'm just not technologically able to understand right now.
Well, Adam Smith just donated $5. Get well soon, is what he said. Did we get the hit in?
Yes.
Okay, so
Hit
Streamlabs
film.
is just what we both use to capture the Hangout and make it look like it does on our screens.
Oh.
So it makes it look a little neater. You can do a lot of fun things with it.
Mine doesn't
Zoom.
look that much neater. I just pasted my screen and that's it.
Yeah. Cyrus is. You can look at Cyrus and know that he's half-assing it.
Well, yeah, but I'm no-assing it, so it's okay. He's half an ass more than me, so that's fine.
I mean, at the very least, I am here. I'm doing the things. I want Godless Journey to actually get in the fucking call. I mean, anyway, how did
I
say
love
that?
that. Right now, Cyrus doesn't know, but his nose is the only thing. His nose and mouth is the only thing where
That's all
he
we
knows.
see.
Is that better?
It's beautiful.
I don't know
I'm
if-
really excited that you got a new mic because last time I talked to you, you didn't have a new mic, and I'm so excited.
The last time we talked, I actually was using this mic. The problem was, I was in Godless when we did that chat. I was in our bedroom because we had my computer set up in there.
Oh, that's right.
And so my microphone was about 2 feet away from the wall. So all we had was all the echo in the world and none of the audio quality. So this is all the same equipment.
right.
This is all the same equipment from before.
Purple Rhymes with Orange says so people instead of making a $20 donation make $21 donations.
No, please don't do that because they take 30 cents per donation.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not cool. Yeah, don't do that.
Yes. Let's do $5. If you're going to do that, $5, then $5, and $5. That's cool.
I'm just astounded at the fucking ingenuity behind that.
Are you saying that that's ingenuity? That's called screwing yourself economically. That's
Yes.
not ingenuity.
No, he wants the most for his money, and the most for his money is a slap with a sock.
But
filled
that
with
means
rice.
that means that Godless Journey in the $20 donation, he would receive, let's see, 20 times 3. He would receive $14 from that.
Versus
Versus-
$19.60.
Yes.
70 cents?
Well,
70
I'm
cents.
not saying it's good.
Yeah, that's
just
why I'm
saying
saying it's not
funny.
ingenuity. It's the opposite of ingenuity.
It is bad genuity.
We'd like to get Cyrus hit the least with the most amount of donations. That's the goal here.
Hitting
One
Cirrus the
person.
least with the most amount of donations.
Yes.
I think this whole idea is counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Can't give the people what they want while also giving the people what they want. It's a bunch
They
of cake.
want to see Godless Journey helped. And Godless Journey deserves it. We are up to $195 right now.
And the way you want to help Godless Journey is through violence.
I don't.
Working.
I didn't endorse.
Let's
I
be real.
hid my
Any
eyes.
stream that I'm in that includes me harming you, for some reason, people just pay lots of money.
Yes. And it's deserved. I mean, you can look at Cirrus with his evil Riker beard, and you know it's deserved.
Evil Riker.
It's definitely what
You
it is.
fucking what, mate?
Yeah, evil Riker.
Coming from the guy who thinks he can fight with a batleth.
I can.
No,
I didn't want to
can't.
hurt you.
You cannot fight with a batleth. You were so unwieldy with that thing.
Do you know what? I don't. Do I look like? Do I look like a LARPer? I don't LARP a lot.
Do I look like a LARPer?
Yes.
Yes.
How?
What? Yes.
Yes.
By what measure?
Your white T-shirt screams, "I need a costume."
Yes. Your white T-shirt, your anime posters behind you, your large hammer that.
Yes, right. The Thor hammer. Okay.
Yes, and he has a giant axe made from duct tape. So yes, you do. You definitely do.
She's allowing me to love her, and I love it.
It doesn't, Iowan. The things you're saying, they don't make sense.
They do.
No, they
There's
all make
literally an
sense.
Eevee behind you that I know you have a big red ball for.
Yes.
I wish I
choose
did.
you.
I actually don't have any Pokeballs for them yet. But it's not the Eevee that's the issue. It's the Eevee, and if you can hand me the other ones that are back there that are hiding,
Hey,
And the Eevee.
and the Glaceon,
it wasn't Evie and Eve.
and
It was
and
Adam
the
and Eve.
Leafeon. And I don't know where the other ones are. What is going on over there? Why don't
Eevee and Eevee.
Yeah,
It was Adam and Eevee.
Oh, yeah.
Adam and
And
Eve,
the
not Evie and
Vaporeon.
Evie.
It's not.
And the Flareon and the kitten. And the kitten. Can't forget the kitten.
I have one. My kitten's bigger than your kitten.
Would you like me
Not
to
by
grab
much, though.
Would you like me to grab my big kitten?
No, I mean, this one is full size, but she's just tiny.
Hello. Are you grabbing Blackie?
This is all sounding so dirty right now when I don't have the hangout up.
Okay, so here is our larger kitty. Hold on.
That's why it's a video chat.
Here we go. Here we go.
We can't do. Isn't that a podcast for a reason?
This is Hylia, and he is large.
He is
Oh,
hunched.
hello.
That is him at full length.
Yes, he is quite the large cat.
So how big are the kittens now?
About
This big.
this big.
Oh wow.
They're huge.
They don't fit in the palm of your hand anymore.
Yeah, when they were at the wedding, they were still bottle feeding those kittens.
Yeah.
Cirrus was actually nipple feeding it, and I walked in and was like, "Hey, that's not how those work."
And he meant cats.
Yes,
Where's this one?
yes, Natya. Thank you for bringing out the obvious of the innuendo that we were talking about earlier. Natya goes, "Oh my God, they're showing each other's pussies." Natya.
This
Gotcha.
is
No one should subscribe to Natya.
this kitten.
Unsubscribe.
Are you
That's the
having
other
fun
one?
on the hand? Yeah, this is the other one.
Oh my goodness.
Give him to me.
Okay. It's got some leakage. We've got to get him some antibacterial spray for his eyes. They're starting to get an infection.
Aw.
Well, we
That's
have
not
it. We just
good.
have to give it to him.
More donations equals more cats.
Yes, if you want to see more kitties or cats,
Okay.
Cats. Kittens.
yes,
I'll
yes,
let
more
her go.
kitties, donate. And if you
No.
want to see Iowan titties, Donate.
Donate $50.
Donate $50 for lots of kitties and Iowan titties.
Exactly.
That's what we're gonna pick it.
Lots of kitties and Iowan titties.
Hey there. It's okay. Hey, you're gonna need medicine here in a second. It's not gonna be fun.
Ow, that hurt. My cat's painful.
I'm here. He's got a watery eyeball.
There we go.
Godless
Under
Iowa,
the
you might want
hashtags.
to open the box with your wedding Christmas gift in it. I just realized I didn't cut holes in the box. Well, then I'm
Okay.
waiting
Woo,
till
woo.
Christmas.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay. That's
He's not gonna like me, but that's the wound spray that we got highlighted for his eyes.
yep. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no functional difference between them getting the bacterial spray in their eyes and them getting sprayed with a water bottle, so they just react the same way to both. But one
Yeah.
of them is desperately needed.
Hey, what did I
why are you throwing
do?
a kitty at me?
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Terror, why did you throw you at me? Why did you do that?
A good 2020 platform. More kitties, Iowan titties.
More kitties. Iowan titties.
Yes.
Oh my god, this is bad. Pam, why are you doing that? She's dragging the sock just over me, so the cat's like just rearing its claws trying to get to the sock, and it's always on my skin.
And it's amazing. It needs to happen more.
It needs to happen more. No,
Yes.
that is not what that means. Iwan, you're
We
lying
need to see
yourself.
it more. So we are at $195 raised. I'd like to see that raised more. So anyone that can donate, if you can, donate. If you can't donate, share out the link to any social media that you have, so we can get Godless Journey some more funds going his way. It's Christmas time, and I know him and his family could really use it right now. And definitely after having the stroke, he definitely needs it.
I feel like it'd be pretty easy to get up to 200, right, people?
Yeah, just $5 more. We're at 200.
$5 more.
One hammer smack more. What?
Nope. The next person that donates $5, this sock, I'll make Sir put it in his mouth.
Wait, what? No.
Wait, huh? Who?
No, you won't.
We're okay.
No, you won't.
There you go. Just
No.
nibble it.
No.
Nibble it.
Just nibble it.
No.
nibble it.
No.
$5 apparently is not Cyrus's price.
No.
For $50,
$500.
for $50, you'll see Iowan titties. For $100, that sock will be hidden somewhere.
Where?
There's a
We'll never know.
Cyrus has a special pocket where Pam can put it.
What? I'm gonna hit the end stream button and evacuate.
No.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable too.
Nibble. Nibble.
No.
Nibble.
Stop.
Nibble.
Why are
Well,
they getting
I just-
free violence from you?
Nibble.
the kitty is really enjoying that.
If Cyrus wasn't smiling, I would feel a little more uncomfortable.
I want to play the Switch. I
Cyrus
cannot play the
enjoys
Switch.
it.
This is
Yes,
just turned in.
The kitten is more alert than Cyrus wants to be.
Yes. That's not untrue. Oh my god.
For $200, Cyrus will renounce his blasphemous ways and admit that Peter Pan peanut butter is the greatest peanut butter ever.
It is. Wait a minute. Wait, no, I'm sorry, Jif. I'm sorry, it's Jif all day. I forgot.
Oh man,
I made a mistake.
Jif
Echoing.
Jif is good. Jif is good. I admit that.
Jif is delicious.
Jif is better than Peter Pan.
Also, Hannaford brand, surprisingly good.
Yeah.
I don't know what Hannaford brand is.
I know.
Store brand.
But it's not just any store brand. Hannaford brand. Hannaford is a store. It's a Northeast location, and I don't know anything about that because that's not where I live.
Well, just so you know, I get peanut delight from the Aldi's in Georgia.
Wait.
Aldi's in Georgia.
Okay, first of all, we all know it's Aldi.
No, from the Aldis. The
Oh,
multiple stores that are Aldi.
The many Aldis. I see the many. Yes, plural Aldis.
I used to work at Aldi, so trust me, I know that got on my nerves too.
Or I thought maybe there's a knockoff store of Aldi called.
Well, it's like we've got
Aldi.
Quick Trips here, and then we've got like Quick Stops and Quick Places.
quick places.
Like, there's a lot of
Quick
knockoff QTs here.
Quick place.
Quick octagon sign.
There's one that's called like Quick Track, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's all kinds of wrong. Because Quick Trip and Racetrack are directly in competition with one another. Prophet of Zod says, shoot, this is an hour old already.
Yes, we are raising money for Godless Journey, and we are going to keep raising money for Godless Journey because Godless Journey is the greatest Godless Journey of all Godless Journeys.
We should totally get Prophet of Zod in here.
We should. If he would join, that would be awesome.
Did we invite him?
No, but we could.
Indeed.
He says, oh great, if people are talking about peanut butter, then I'm glad I'm late.
We're not just talking about peanut butter. We're talking about helping a friend. We are talking about helping our dear friend.
We're talking about helping our friend Cirrus by beating the fucking intelligence back into him.
See
Wait,
if we have any
are
more
you saying
donations.
that I need the intelligence beat back into me after watching Girl Defined videos?
Yes.
We have another $5 from Rhonda. We have $5 from Josiah, and it
Why?
says mouth sock.
Mouth
And
sock.
No, mouth sock is 50.
Then we have another $5 donation from a private donor, so we are up to $210 now.
Thank you.
So thank you. We have hit that belch moment.
That
of
belch
the
moment?
night.
The belch moment? What
The-
is that?
the
What,
200
is that a notcha thing?
$200.
What are you
You're just
saying?
like, we got it, guys.
Sometimes it just happens. It happens.
Yeah, sometimes it does, I guess.
It's natural.
I cannot do that. I mean, maybe I could if I really practiced, but really, is that what I want to put my time into?
I used to be able to do the ABCs that way.
Yeah, well, I'm
Can't-
proud of you.
I can't do it anymore, though. I'm way out of practice. It was something that I used to do back when I was in, like, grade school. And I was like, this is so cool that I can do this. Then I'm an adult, and I'm like, why the fuck did I do that?
Right?
I was not
Oh,
fit
I did
practiced.
something. So I did something when I was a kid that I will show to the group for the next donation if it happens, and see if I can still do it. So I can put my foot in my ribs, but backwards. So I can bring my foot behind my back and
That sounds painful. So for for a donation, next donation,
$5 or more, please.
$5 or more donation.
Because my knee hurts after, so I have to there has to be some motivation here.
She will put her leg in her rib.
Leg
$5.
in my rib.
That sounds
Not my leg.
uncomfortable.
My foot. My whole leg doesn't enter my rib.
My leg fits in my ribs. I stick it right in. It's like making a
Comes out
turducken.
the other side.
It's like making a turducken, but it's infinitely more horrifying.
You know, for the next donation, I'll put one of my kittens in a sock.
Why would you put one of... No, that can be seen as
In a
abuse.
sock?
No, I'm gonna cut little holes in the bottoms of the sock. And it'll be
I
like
think
a little
FEMA
sock.
will take us down. No, is it FEMA? Wrong one. Pima?
PETA.
PETA.
They're cold
Oh,
outside,
PETA,
but
right?
you
Not
have doors
not
and
Sheeta
you
or
can
whatever it was before we were talking.
cut off this, cut little 4 holes in
Yes,
it,
let's get some
cut
more.
kittens.
I agree, Mark Caesar. He says, gotta head out for a while. Let's get this total smashed out of the park.
Please.
Let me refresh this, see if we've had any more donations. We have not had any more donations right now. We are at $210 raised of the $1,000 that I set it at. So please, if you can, give. If you can't, share out the link and let's get this dollar amount up a little farther. So, for now, Cirrus.
Why are you hitting me now?
No, I'm saying you hit yourself.
I don't know what's happening, Iowan.
My friend who is being hit and
Why
being
do I have to hit
abused.
myself now, though? I'm so confused. Panda, why have you escaped?
Pam has escaped.
You've trapped me here with the godless Iowan. Why would you do this to me?
Is she repenting of her violence?
No, probably not.
So what is next up for for the girls of deconversion? Women of deconversion, not girls.
The
Girls
girls.
of
Nice
deconversion.
job. Nice job. Great. Slow clap, everybody. Slow clap, Iowan.
What's
for-
next up for the little ladies of
For the
deconversion?
ladies. We are doing greed or wait, we did gluttony. Greed or sloth or come on, Mrs. Snarky, help me out. I'm always forgetting the last one that we're missing.
Pride?
Greed, sloth. We did pride. It was first.
You did lust, didn't you?
We did lust. We did lust. Pride, lust. We just did gluttony. We did anger, wrath. So what's left? Someone help.
Sloth?
I just said sloth and greed.
Sloth, greed, gluttony, wrath, pride.
Is it wrath?
We did wrath. Because
Okay.
we were real so bad at it. We ended up talking about nothing. None of us were really wrathful as young Christians, I guess.
I'm just sitting here trying to think of the villains of Full Metal Alchemist.
Is it envy?
There you go.
Envy?
That seems right.
Okay. Because it's
Envy.
the 7 deadly sins are lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, and pride.
I think it's envy. Anyway, we did envy. See, Mrs. Snarky's saying stuff that I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go look at women of anyway. So it doesn't. We're gonna talk about some sinning. Is really what's gonna happen next.
Prophet
on women
Zod
of
went
deconversion.
super biblical and said feet that are swift to mischief.
Oh,
That's-
He
Yes,
also
that's-
said, I don't want a picture of people having to run from Cirrus's stream.
Why not? Everyone should run from Cirrus' stream and subscribe to my channel because this is it's good. It's good when people subscribe to me. I'm almost to 2,500. That's pretty crazy.
that's very
That-
cool.
The collaboration give you a boost.
Yes, it definitely gave me a boost.
Woo!
Gave me a serious boost. I woke up and was like, holy crap. It's crazy.
He was just like, wait, this happened? Well, I think it was also funny because you were asking me, like, oh, well, what do you need me to do for it? It's like, just give me your voice. Just give me your voice in PNGs.
Well, that's like I said, I don't do very many collabs because I'm so nervous doing anything for someone else's channel. Scares the crap out of me. So I was like, so you got to tell me exactly what you want, Cirrus. Tell
Oh
me
man,
what you want.
I loved when you did like a snippet for us for Forsaken Faith.
Yeah, and
And I loved it.
I didn't know what it was doing then. I was like, oh, I probably
Yeah, so-
recorded 100 things. I was like, I guess this will work. I think this sounds good.
That was perfect.
Because, like, with my channel, I'm okay with my channel not being the stuff on my channel not being perfect. But when I
Yeah.
do it for someone else, I'm like, oh, it's got to be perfect. So,
Oh, for real. I hear you.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, give me your voice.
yes.
Just hand me the voice. I can do everything else.
And
It
you
is
did
low. It's very low and very sexy. I'm sorry, Mrs. Snarky.
You did an amazing job with that. I always think I sound like Andre the Giant with a Valium stuck in his throat or something. Like
Except we can tell what you're saying. Anybody want a peanut?
I hear my voice and it sounds like, "What's going on, everybody? How you doing?"
Everybody move!
Like, hi guys, I'm the Godless Iowan, and I like the wrong peanut butter.
I have started to get used to hearing my own voice. When I first did YouTube, I didn't even watch my videos for months. it was probably 2 months before I went back and watched one of my videos.
Was that about how long it took you to understand what a drop-down menu was?
You know what, Cirrus? We weren't going to mention that today.
Did we get another donation? Let me check.
Let me check. I will. Where am I at?
I'm trying to. No.
Yep. We have 2 donations. One is from a private donor for $10, and one is from Nacho Witness. I don't know who that would be. Nacho Witness.
Nacho Witness.
Nacho.
Yes.
It's a taco guy.
Is that like a cheese that I'm supposed to be looking at? Like I witnessed the cheese?
What he said.
It's Nacho Witness.
Witness the tortilla.
So Nacha probably didn't really want this read on the air, but he said, do they deliver strippers to hospital beds? Little BJ for GJ. Lol.
Yeah, because that's what his family is going to spend it on.
Yes.
Nice. Perfect.
I mean, wouldn't your family spend it on that?
Yes. Yes, they would.
They would spend it on pee-pee kisses.
Pee-pee kisses.
Pee-pee kisses. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so you might not have ever heard this story. It goes back to the very first Bible study that Mrs. Snarky and I did together. Mrs. Snarky made a blowjob joke, and I then made a joke back to her, and the next morning I woke up to my first hate comment. Was someone telling me that I was a horrible misogynist for making a blowjob joke to my soon-to-be wife after she had made this basically the same joke back. And so after that, I got on the next Bible study and I said that we were going to call it pee-pee kisses. And Artie Brain Sample wants pee-pee kisses to be resurrected, so he is so happy in the chat right now that has been said.
I desperately want it to be resurrected as well, because if there's a meme that your channel's going to have, that needs to be the meme that it has.
Pee-pee kisses.
Yes.
That sounds like someone's unfortunate name, right? Like P. Kiss, right? Like that's Mr. Like Kisses.
That's also a bad rapper's name. P. Kisses.
Or a good rapper's name, depending on who you are.
I don't know about a rapper. Not a rapper, but a DJ. I'm feeling.
DJ Pee-pee Kisses.
Prophet Zod says, I woke up to my first, and I was scared of what was going to happen next.
We have received another donation from Clinton for $6. So thank you, Clinton. And I'm hearing an echo again. I think it's you, Cirrus.
Probably.
You bastard.
You bastard. I'll do the leg thing since we got plenty, right?
Okay, so.
Go. And ta-da! Ah! I'm an old lady now, so it doesn't work as well.
And now she is seriously injured.
My foot was in my ribs.
So there you go. You got a foot in the ribs. A foot in the ribs for our Godless Journey fundraiser. That's what you hoped for. You came here for the pee-pee kisses and the foot in the ribs.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a foot in the ribs, where else would you have the foot?
Where else would the foot be?
I don't know. Cirrus probably would have had a foot in his ass earlier if we had gotten enough of a donation for it.
Yeah, or a Thor hammer.
Why would I? So first of all, it's not a Thor hammer. It's Doomhammer from Warcraft.
Oh,
That just made you sound super nerdy.
I'm sorry.
And the posters behind me don't do that already.
No.
Okay. Cirrus is a nerd. This is news.
Yeah, well, the fact is, I mean, you corrected me on the Thor hammer. That's really what makes you the nerd.
It's because I've heard it like 100 times when, there's two types of people who comment about it on my channel. There's the type of person that goes, what, is Cirrus some kind of Thor ripoff? And then there's another person that goes, oh my god, I love Thrall. And one of those people is correct.
Yes, and just to point something out, the only reason that Christine is able to do that is because women are missing one rib compared to men.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
It's
true.
biblical.
Shouldn't it be men that are missing one rib?
That's true. Why do they always say that? That's true.
Because no, because he took the rib and then made a copy. So it's really the script. It was taking the rib out first and then making a copy.
Do you think after he did that, God was the first person? Was God the first person to say, "Go fuck yourself"?
I mean, at that point, that's exactly what you'd be doing. Are you
No.
No. That wasn't very delayed.
You're just like, think about it. If somebody cloned you and put you in front of you, would you be fucking yourself?
I mean, I don't know. Not if I looked totally different and had a penis.
Well, guess what? That's what happened with Adam. He looked totally different and had a vagina.
Yes. Technically, that would be. Like, how weird is that story that
It's weird.
God is like, okay, well, I made man, and I've made all these other animals, male and female kind, but I didn't realize I needed to make a female kind.
Well, I mean, he, in his image, right?
Yeah, he was like, man will be fine. He has hands.
Men can fuck himself. It's okay.
Well, but didn't he measure? Wasn't that story the first instance of kind of bestiality, right? Because you've got he measured how the animals, and Adam was like, no, God, they don't do it. It's the first kink, really.
Yes, God brings Adam all of the animals, and it says every animal. So God's like, how about a newt? Does a newt do it for you?
How about this ant?
This can hang off of it.
Look at these ants. Just imagine the wonderful things they could do to you down there.
And Adam has to look at it like, no, I'd prefer something kind of like me. With
Here's this orangutan. Would you like an orangutan?
And Adam was probably like,
Here's a bonobo. It's close enough.
Adam's like, the primates are close to what I'm thinking, but maybe less hair.
Can I have one? So that one's pregnant over there. Can I have one that has those enlarged things all the time? That's really getting me turned on.
Oh, man. This is a weird fundraiser stream, but we're doing good for our friend.
It puts the fun back in fundraiser.
Yes.
And I don't get this dangly thing. Can you move this dangly thing off the other person? It doesn't make sense.
These dangly things that I have? I don't mind them, but the two little ones, can you put them inside the body? And the long one, can you make it a centimeter long? Like a tenth of a cubit.
And round.
And round. And
keep the same amount of
And please, and make sure that no man ever knows where it is.
we need rules that support that is evil. That you do it using that portion is wrong.
Make it look like a futuristic doorbell so people can say they're ringing Satan's doorbell.
God, that is such an awful name for that, and it's ringing Satan's doorbell.
It's stuck though.
What doorbell looks like that?
I don't know.
Unsheath
the doorbell.
Honestly, what kind of doorbell do you ring like this?
You lift and then you push.
No doorbell.
What? What is this doorbell?
Yes, we're basically recreating one of Prophet of Zod's cartoons. But these are thoughts that I had before that. And as we're both Pentecostals, Zod has probably sat in a church before and thought that cartoon in his head and was like, this doesn't make any sense.
I've never heard of ringing the devil's doorbell.
That's not a thing you've heard before?
I've never heard that.
The saying usually goes, if you keep ringing the devil's doorbell, he will come.
Oh.
And
Wait.
it's horrible on so many levels.
If you ring the devil's doorbell, the devil will come? What is that? I don't know.
You don't think every time a woman comes, Satan also comes?
I mean, sometimes it might
ungodly.
seem like it, but I don't know.
He's probably pissed. Like, why do they always call God's name? Fuck.
I'm the one that did that. I put that there.
My goddamn doorbell.
We have a $10 donation from Prophet of Zod, and he says, I felt like it.
Aw.
That sounds
And-
like something he'd do.
It does. Prophet of Zod is amazing. He lives in Alaska where his igloo is cold this time of year.
And he likes Jif peanut butter.
Like
Yes, he
everyone
does.
else in the world.
And I admit it,
Except
I
for-
like Jif. I like Jif. When I went to I tried to go and buy Peter Pan peanut butter at my local store. They didn't even have Peter Pan peanut butter. And
Yeah,
I asked
when I
them,
went to
Oily.
when I went to Iowan's house, I was like, "There's no Peter Pan here. Are you a liar?"
A liar. See, I'm telling you, you can't trust him.
He's an atheist. No God, no morals.
Prophet of Zod said a helper suitable for him, but if you look at the King James, it says a helpmeet for him.
A helpmeet?
Yes. A helpmeet for Adam.
M-E-A-T.
To help his
And-
meat.
And helpmeet.
M-E-A-T or M-E-E-T?
MEET, I think. Let me look it up. I will look it up. This is going to be the boring portion where I look up
Oh, honey.
ET.
Well, I might go off video for a second. My daughter isn't here, so. I wanna-
Okay. But yes, a helpmeet for Adam.
A helpmeet.
Yes.
It would be better if it was M-E-A-T, right?
Yeah,
It would
because it
be.
would literally be for helping his meat.
Right.
Help meat.
Helpmeet.
That's why God said it, because Adam was like, help, meat, help, meat.
Because those were the only two words he knew at the time.
They quit doing the King James version when I was in 2nd grade.
Well, I went to, you know what? I'm just going to tell you now, I went to a church that only taught from the King James version. It was the only authorized by God version of the Bible. And
If
if it was good-
English is good enough for Jesus, it's good
It's
enough
good
for
enough
me.
for me. I got that old time religion.
I really want to do a southern accent, but you guys have just nailed it too much. Just cannot.
You didn't nail it as well as the Romans did to Jesus.
Oh.
Oh, you know, the last time I made a crucifixion joke, people were like, really? Really?
Yeah.
You can joke about crucifixion?
I mean,
It's like,
why
hasn't
else
happened
would
for
why else would they have
thousands of
hung
years.
around?
exactly.
I
And
mean,
it's like- it's-
would you have done it any other way?
And the
Yeah.
joke,
I hear what you're doing.
I liked the joke. The joke was someone asked, what was the last thing that went through Jesus's mind when
Probably
he
the
died
crown
on
of
the
thorns.
cross?
It was
And,
in the
you know,
spikes.
I said, at least I'm well hung. I thought it was funny.
The
Mm.
last thing that went through Jesus' head before he died, I'd still say it's probably the crown of thorns. It was
That's
still
what
there
I was
afterwards.
thinking. Yeah.
We have another donation, $5 from Hector Defendi. So we are up to $246 now. So keep those coming, and we'll keep Satan coming with his doorbell or
That's
something.
not happening here.
Just
That's not,
flick
no
the
one's
doorbell.
doing that.
There could be people watching us that are doing that. We don't
That's
know.
fair.
There are people
That's
watching and
fair.
they're just like, we love Stan. They misspelled Satan in real life.
I was just
Stan.
like, that's a creepy thing to think about, that someone could watch this.
That's not that creepy. They could watch anything.
It's
It
creepy.
might just be their like pastime. Like,
I mean, if that's your kink, I'm proud to be your kink.
No, if the Godless Iowan is your kink, then that's the last straw.
oh, but
I'm Mrs. Snarky's kink. And thank you, Prophet Azad. He's going home later, losers.
we're
is
not,
what he
we're
said.
not good enough.
He said later, losers, and that's not
Prophet
very
of Zod
nice.
gets comfortable enough on YouTube to call everybody losers now.
hmm
It's all like, you're all losers. I'm bigger than all of you, and I'm monetized.
What? Prophet Azad's not monetized yet.
He's not monetized yet?
Nope. Like me, he hasn't gotten monetization.
Is it just the ex-Pentecostals?
Seems like it. I don't.
I don't know. No, there's a lot of issues on YouTube
There
right
is.
now. It's
Okay.
not.
So let's talk about this
Time
a
for
little
us
bit.
to move to TikTok.
When you run the world's largest website in terms of users and traffic, and you decide that every channel has to be manually reviewed, you're crazy. That doesn't make any sense. And also, here's the deal. I make atheist content. What's to say the person that's set up to review my channel isn't Kent Hovind? And it's like, oh hell no, this isn't happening.
Wow, looks like this channel doesn't hold any water.
Yes. No water.
What are you doing, Godless Iowan? When I'm done with you, you won't have a job. You won't be an atheist anymore. You'll believe in the God Jesus Christ and when he held the velociraptors.
Well, we all know that story's true.
Nacho Witness said for $2 on my channel, can we get a $50 donation to see the Godless Iowan's man boobs?
Well, we didn't get a 50, but we got a 20 from another private donor. Thank you for the $20 donation. That brings us up to 266. $50 donation, you get to see, I'm going to up the ante, not one, but both of the Iowans man boobs. So there you go.
You're not just going to get that side nipple.
No, you're not going to get the side. It's not going to be a side boob. It's not going to be even tasteful. It's going to be gratuitous and disgusting.
Tasteful.
Tasteful in the Godless Iowan's channel. Those are two words I never thought I'd hear near each other.
Hey, I have a quality video.
He did say
A-quality.
not
And
tasteful.
what is the A quality video that you have?
I have some Paul and Morgan videos that I'm pretty proud of.
Are you really proud of Paul and Morgan videos?
I'm proud of those because of the way that my daughter tricked me into doing those videos.
Proof that your daughter is smarter than you.
My daughter is brilliant. Do you know about this, Christine? So my daughter pointed me out to this channel, Paul and Morgan. They're very much fundamentalist Christians. She told me that she wanted me to do a certain video. And so I saw the video and was like, yeah, I can work with this. So I'll do this because she'll like it. And it was a video on Paul and Morgan on the LGBTQ community. And when I finished the last video, Little Snarky came out to me as a lesbian and said that the videos that I had made her confident that I would accept her. So
Wow.
it was pretty awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. I will not rub my nips with marmalade first, Hector. I don't even have marmalade.
$500 donation.
Well, you don't even have
500.
the right peanut butter, so why would he expect you to have marmalade?
Yes. I don't have any peanut butter right now, I don't think. I have some Cheetos. I could rub some Cheeto dust on them.
Cheeto, looks the same. It's like the same color.
Yeah, it's orange. It's probably as healthy. I don't know.
You know,
As healthy.
By that
Oh, no.
logic, rubbing Donald Trump on your nipples is fine because he's orange.
I don't want that image.
Too late. It's far too late for that.
Everyone watching this that has a visual mind just imagined rubbing Donald Trump on their nipples.
No, on yours specifically. I
On the
want.
Godless
it.
Iowan's nipples. And nobody
Just
knows
on
the
my-
size. Nobody knows the size of your areola, so everybody has a different image right now.
The size of my
There's that many unique
such a dick.
images.
How do we kick Cirrus out of the chat?
And Artemis, yes. Who the fuck has marmalade in their house? Paddington Bear. That's the only thing that I know that eats marmalade. And you said kick Cirrus, and now Cirrus is gone.
Oh,
I don't know where he went.
no.
He's gone.
He's
It's
getting
just-
marmalade or Jif.
He probably does have marmalade.
He probably does. He is
uses
that
it
kind
for-
of. He's that kind of person.
Yeah.
You know it.
He probably uses it when he LARPs. That would be my guess.
Like it's like face paint.
Exactly. That's what they.
You look like a. I can't do it. I got nothing. Dark elf? No. It's yellow.
Yes, we'll say dark elf.
Dark elf.
A lot of people are just imagining my nipples in the chat right now.
Let's move to other visuals.
The Beelzebub imagines
Why
that
would you
I
ever
have
move to other visuals?
I have nipples the size of saucers. They know they're not.
Saucers.
No, I don't have saucer sized nipples.
I drink tiny tea.
Tiny tea.
That's okay. Iowan still doesn't believe me when I say that this cup is not as small as he thinks it is. Speaking of visuals.
That is a normal size cup that he's holding in his hand.
I can't see.
Pick
This
it up
is
again.
a
sir.
44-ounce cup.
No, that is basically a thimble.
Oh right, because sir. Oh, I hear you.
Yeah.
I got the joke.
Carolina Reaper jelly. Hey, have they brought it back?
No, but I have more of it still. I haven't
You do?
exhausted my supply yet.
Well, we haven't exhausted our supply yet, but it's really good.
Yeah, for the Godless Iowan's wedding, I actually got him a tube of Carolina Reaper paste. Turns
Oh my-
out he enjoyed it.
Oh,
Godless Journey wants to know what tiny tea is about. We were saying that Iowan's nipples are the size of saucers. So
And
I'm saying that I drank tiny tea.
because Tiny T would have tiny saucers.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I want to see us get to 300. We are currently $34 away from 300. So
I'm gonna tweet that.
yes,
Tweet.
anyone that can donate $34 away from 300, I would love to be able to get that to Godless Journey. If we can get more, that's awesome. And you're being called a wuss for having a 44 ounce and not a 64 ounce, Cirrus.
Okay, look. First of all, he's saying a 64-ounce Circle K cup. Circle K cup is not as reusable as I'd like it to be. Whereas this is actually a good thermos that will keep everything cold. So, first of all, Hector, you might have a wonderfully cute cat, because I did see the video with your cat. But fuck you otherwise.
The one I watched one of Hector's videos where he was trying on masks at Walmart. That was pretty funny. So people can check out Hector's channel as well and subscribe because it's pretty awesome. He's awesome. He doesn't make like atheist content. He just makes silly content, but it's funny. We all need a laugh sometimes. And
Who needs to laugh?
Hector's a person that comments on every single one of my videos, and if I don't respond, he thinks I'm sick or something. And so he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like,
Aw.
yes, I'm fine. I'm okay. And I love it. He's been commenting on my stuff from the very beginning. So
He's been watching my
Loud.
channel for a while too, so I like him. That's the criteria for me to like you. Even like, wait, no, that's not the criteria for me to like you because I know Matt Powell watches my shit. So no, and I don't like him. So never mind. That is not the criteria for me to like you.
hello to you, Brian, over there that you will not be on the camera.
Oh, sir.
Yes.
Can't see you.
Brian is my coworker that looked at me very strange in my studio area. And he's
Rose, I can't see.
so I think I said before the stream, but my friend Trey, who is on Couchbound Yetis with me, his car broke down. And so he's staying the night with me, and my friend Brian, who's also a coworker, was working on his vehicle, and it's very cold outside. So they came in to warm up for a little bit. And since I'm doing this nice fundraiser, I get to stay warm and inside and not outside helping another friend freeze
that's why I'm
myself.
sitting here just eating pizza on your channel.
Yes. Well, it wouldn't be a Cirrus chat without some kind of food.
I would love pizza.
Patreon withheld my funding for a couple days. It's like as soon as Patreon paid me, I'm just like, what places accept PayPal as a form of payment? Pizza does. Getting pizza.
Why did Patreon hold your funds?
They said that apparently somebody who, the way they worded it at first was, there's been some suspicious activity on your account, so we have to hold it while our review and trust team takes a look at your account. Or trusted security team reviews the account. And then when I contacted them about it, they sent me an email saying one of the individuals who recently became a patron of your channel triggered something in their system as suspicious activity. And as a result, they had to do a full-on review and hold my funding and stuff. And I'm just like, it's cool that you guys are looking after me. I'm super happy about that. But I like groceries. Those are cool.
Yeah, why don't you just withhold whatever that one person
I mean,
donated,
that would make sense.
right?
Yeah. But
And it probably wasn't even then. It was probably their bank. And it's probably one of those that's still just having issues with Patreon.
And it could be. Although, shout out would have to go to Vice Rhino, because Vice Rhino and his wife actually helped me go through the steps that I needed to go to fix the issue. So,
awesome.
Turns out that they dealt with something similar before as well.
And you actually had a video that I'm assuming was on Vice Rhino's channel?
Yes, it was originally on Vice Rhino's. But I have... One, I had this stream to do. And two, I had a friend who's working on projects for another channel, and he wanted me to lend my voice to help with that. And I don't know if you've ever done 5 or 6 scripts in a row, but your voice starts to hurt. So I was just like, hey, I'm kind of bogged down with projects right now. Is it okay if I make that video public on my channel to give me, like, a day of time? So he was like, sure, and so it's live on my channel now.
Something that's really strange when I'm recording audio, and it doesn't happen when I'm just having a chat like this, I tend to bite my tongue a lot. And I don't know why that is.
Strange.
It only happens when I'm reading or recording a video. I will bite the sides of my tongue like crazy.
Artie pointed out that you have the title set as Fundraiser for a Friends.
Fundraiser for a Friends.
He is a friend.
Yes. He is more...
He's more than just a friend.
He's more than just a friend, Rebecca. He's a friends.
Can I say here that originally the title was supposed to be Fundraiser with Friends. And I typed Fundraiser for a Friends. I typed Fundraiser for a Friend, and I was like, oh, wait, I messed up. So I went back and fixed it and just added an S, not even realizing.
Broke it.
Yes.
Broken.
It should say Fundraiser with Friends, not Fundraiser for a Friends. Yes. That's the kind of professional I am.
Oh, but have you seen my tweets? I can't spell.
My cat is not having a fun time.
I used to, when I first joined Twitter, I deleted so many tweets and fixed them. And now I'm just like, they'll fucking get it.
It's calling used to care. Yeah, I used to care.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. I mean, I don't care anymore. They'll figure it out.
Same. Yeah.
So let's see, what do we have here?
The Godless Iowan needs a lot of money to get people to act like they are his friends.
Yes, I need money.
Like that.
Give me money.
That was purple rhymes with orange.
I need a lot of money to get people to act like they're my friends. I have good friends. Very good friends. Cirrus is a good friend. Christine is a friend.
I'm a friend.
Friends. 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 I'm just going to keep
Friends.
saying friends.
Friends. What is
I take the bus. I don't know what that's in response to. Luckily, your pedantic grammar, Baptist for friends. Okay. Well, anyway,
anyway, comma,
yes.
space.
Notcha says my car's parked again at the moment, so I feel his pain. Although I'm not outside working on it in the cold or the heat.
Whose
Well,
pain?
I don't think Australia
my
has
friend's
mild
pain.
temperatures.
Oh, I see.
And see, Lisa says she's my friend.
Is she though?
She says so.
She says so.
That's like when my mom says I'm cool.
No true Godless Iowans friends. Were you
My
were you
mom-
really one of Godless Iowans friends?
Yes. Godless Iowans friends. Don't let their friends be Godless Iowans friends.
You know, the Godless Iowan Bible specifically talks about backsliders.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like burgers made of cowback?
Yes.
I
No, it's
tried
just
really
a-
hard for that one.
It was a really bad joke to begin with, so twisting it into a worse one, that's fine.
Okay.
So Purple Rhymes with Orange says, I was just ribbing Iowan. He's the only one who has given me an honest review on the good and bad of my first video. I need more of that in the future if the future ones are to be any better. And hey, I'll just let you know, if you're wanting to get into YouTube, you make your first video and you send me it, I will totally give you the good, the bad, and the ugly of your video. And as long as you're okay with taking some criticism, it should help you out a lot.
That's why he says that my entire channel blows dick.
Yeah, Cirrus just sucks. Like, have you seen him? Like, sometimes when his character blinks, it looks like he's on drugs. I don't know what's happening.
Wait, really?
Yeah, sometimes your eyes blink like 3 times at once, and it's like.
And the worst part is that I manually put in the blinks, so that's intentional.
But Cirrus, who blinks like this?
I mean,
Anyone in real life go?
It is an avatar, right?
It's an avatar, yes,
Yeah.
but it's got
so-
those big eyes, and so when it closes them 3 times fast and then opens it, it's like, no, I don't think anybody does that, Cirrus.
you've never had a blink where you've had to blink multiple times because there's like water in your eyes or anything?
Oh, right, because water gets in your avatar's eyes.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah.
And not that quickly either.
No, if anyone wants to see some really bad blinking, go to my very first interview with Godless Engineer.
Oh, the
I
one you
could-
vomited before.
I vomited before it, and I was so nervous, and I was trying to look at the camera, and like every 2 seconds, I'm like, and someone in the, like, one of the very first comments was, God damn, that guy blinks a lot. Like,
Well,
well,
you-
there goes my YouTube career. I'm done.
Well, you know what they say. If he blinks when he's talking, he must be lying.
Do you realize that interview was when I was like, Trey, draw me an avatar. I have to have an avatar. There's no way that I can do this face to face on camera.
I'll be honest. You'd think it would take less time to do the live videos. But when I did the Girl Defined video, my wrists actually hurt from the amount of editing it took to do the cuts required to get that video there. Whereas normally, I just have like 5 seconds of silence whenever someone else is talking in a video, like so I know where to cut it. And I just cut all that up and arrange it, and then I'm like, it's done. Yay. When it was the live thing, I'm just like, I said too much shit. There's too much shit here. My wrists hurt. Why do I keep having to cut in? I should have just let the fuckers talk.
Yeah, I tried doing a live recording of, not a live recording, because I've done some live response videos, but I tried recording a video just looking at my camera, and it would have been the worst video I ever made. I don't know why, but it would have.
That's why I do a podcast.
So then you don't even have a camera.
Don't look at me. Don't do it.
Purple Rhymes with Lauren says he thinks the blinking would seem more natural if I made it less rhythmic. But it's not rhythmic, it's sporadic. It literally is copy-pasted in random places.
And if you're trying to make blinking look natural, it's pretty hard. Because I have the one avatar that blinks, and it's not easy. It's not easy making an avatar blink in a good way.
Blinking in a good way. Humans blink in a good way?
Well,
what's blinking in a bad way for humans?
The way I wink. Like if I try to wink at Mrs. Snarky, it's like,
oh, nice.
The way anyone winks. Like, let's be honest, winking has been creepy since the 80s.
You got to do it's the chin drop wink.
No, no, that did not make it less creepy.
I don't think that made it. No, it doesn't work for me. It looks like I'm like, I don't know.
I think the flowchart should just be, are you trying not to be creepy? Yes. Are you winking? Go back to step 1.
Like me trying to do that is like half an O face. It's like
Instrumentally Godless says he watched my video and now they won't leave his recommended videos. God damn you, Cirrus.
I apologize for that. Instrumentally Godless, I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but we have had a great chat over the email, and I think he plans on making a YouTube channel, and he was considering the name Godless Musician, and I was like, you know what would be a lot cooler? Instrumentally Godless. It has a nice ring to it.
Artie.
Wow.
Winking at Cirrus is pretty. Yeah, if someone's winking at Cirrus, they're probably
on my shit list at that point. Just like, you could stop, please.
Oh,
man.
man.
With that said, though, where are we sitting as far as donations for Godless Journey?
Let me check.
Same. I just checked.
Also, I would like to point out that the kittens are comfortable.
We are at $266 still. So $44 away
30.
from or what did I say?
You said 44. It's all right. We
34.
math.
$34. I did the exact same thing earlier today on Twitter.
No, I did it.
Oh,
is that Cirrus or Mike Head? Yes.
66. So yeah, we're at 266. So maybe people could tweet or share.
Tweet, share. We need some more money.
If you want the Godless Iowans nipples, then you better give your dollars.
Yeah. Do you want some nipple? Oh, not for about money. There's someone out there that really needs to fap to me tonight. I'm just saying. $50. And you make their dreams come true.
Somebody needs to ring Satan's doorbell to the Godless Iowans voice. He has those dulcet tones.
The first time someone said that to me, I was like, that's the creepiest thing I've ever been told. And then several other people have said that. And it's like, I guess I think it's a compliment. It seems weird. Very weird.
Hector says, "Let's get it to 2066."
Yes.
You have exactly what I lack: ambition.
Yes. Cirrus has no ambition.
2066. Yeah, sure. After we get to 1,000, we'll up the ante.
Yes.
Hello, Shane.
Hi, Shane. Shane
Is
Shane
everywhere.
Is everywhere.
Is everywhere.
Shane, who was it? Atheist Rationale, I think. Atheist Rationale was who Shane introduced to the community. And Atheist Rationale is awesome. So anybody wants to donate, we're probably going to be wrapping this up in a little bit. We've reached 266. I'd really like to get it to 300. I'm going to keep this fundraiser going for a few days, so we can see if we can share it out on social media and get some more donations that way, because people aren't able to donate who weren't watching this, because there was a couple of big streams as well. So anyone that can donate now, I'd like to see it at 300 before we go. And that's like 10 donations of $4. No, it's not. What am I doing? I'm an accountant.
You can't even do math.
Accountant. I am people trust me with their money, and I cannot do simple math tonight.
You don't have to. Excel does it for you.
Exactly. Excel does it. QuickBooks does. You just use whatever you want. It does it all.
At least Pam would make a better accountant than me. She actually knows how to use Excel.
You don't know how to use Excel?
I know how to do very basic things in Excel. I can't do anything useful in Excel.
It tells you. Pretty much tells you how to use it.
I am male, therefore the idea of following instructions is an alien concept.
Well, but Excel has gotten so much easier as it's gone along. Like, the newest version of Excel is really super easy to use. It gives you all the formulas. It's not hard to do. If you ever have a need to use Excel outside of bookkeeping, like, I don't know why someone, like, I used to make pie charts with Excel just for fun, but that's about the only thing I did outside of accounting work.
Pie charts for fun.
Yeah, because I'm strange.
I don't think the Godless Iowan has a very good idea of what fun is.
Yeah.
I know what I like, damn it.
Pie chart.
The wrong peanut butter.
See, Mrs. Snarky's got the right idea. That's what I was thinking. Just leave out the charts.
Leave
What
out the
does Mrs.
chart,
Snarky
you
do?
have pie.
Pie.
Getting a drink.
I could use a drink. That would be very nice, Snarky.
Too bad. You don't.
Where's my Snarky? I need a Snarky.
Snarky's hiding tonight. The Godless Journey, we absolutely love you. If anything you've learned today, we care very much for you, and we wish you nothing but the best. Please donate and subscribe to Godless Journey's channel, like Wonder Lady just said. And what's a few days look like? Because I'm uploading a video on Monday where I plan on linking the GoFundMe. I could keep it up because okay, so let me look at the calendar. Hold on just a second. It takes about 3 days to get the money from GoFundMe, and then another 2 or 3 days to transfer it to him. So I could keep it up until next Friday, if we wanted to do that, and it should get to him plenty of time before the holidays. So we'll keep it up going until next Friday. So I don't know if there's anything else that you guys would like to talk about tonight.
I'm not very interesting.
You're not very interested.
No.
Subscribe to Secular Hangouts. She's not very interesting.
It's the other 6 women that are cool.
And if you heard Snarky, she calls bullshit.
Oh, all right. I no, but I just catch the low hanging fruit. That's all I do.
Well, why don't you shout out some of the people that you work with?
Yeah.
There you
Shannon
go.
Q. Shannon
Yep.
Q's great. Bionic Dance joins us, even though she is not a deconverted woman. We decided to bring her on as a full-on atheist perspective, because sometimes we get buried in our deconversion nastiness, and we need someone to be like, "Yo, that happens to non-deconverted too," or "What the fuck are you talking about? That's insane." So she's helpful for that. And then we've got Rachel in Reality, who is the sweetest, coolest, intelligentest. Nice.
Yeah, no, Rachel is really smart.
Yeah, she's bright and wonderful, and is just coming into her own as a deconverted woman, and so she's got a lot of these experiences that are very unique and interesting. We love her. Then we've got Heather, who's my partner at Forsaking Faith, and we will, eventually have another Forsaking Faith podcast up, but we're in the sleeping phase right now. And then we've got Courtney from Atheist Edge, who's so stellar. She's just the coolest person. I mean, Shannon Q is also
she
the
steals
coolest person.
she steals Jim's thunder.
She definitely
his show.
She definitely steals his thunder. Yeah. I know I'm missing someone.
Okay.
Snarky.
So, yes.
I didn't mention Snarky. That was the issue, because she's been mentioned, but she's been missing, or we just haven't connected, and so I miss her so much. She knows that.
She was on the last one.
She was on the last one, and I was happy. Yeah, but so I feel like she got shut down a lot in the last one and did not get to speak, and I had the anger of Satan in me.
I got that anger of Stan in me. Makes me mad.
One was a good show, but it got onto a topic that was kind of heated, and it kind of overshadowed what the show itself was really about.
Oh, big time.
What was the topic?
So we were talking about gluttony, and our show's really supportive. We try to bring in an element of community and your voice being heard. We have very little debate. It's nothing like non sequitur. And so when we're very kind to each other when we present conflicting words. What word am I missing? Arguments, thoughts. Points, viewpoints, right, exactly. So it's very welcoming and warm, and just the last time someone who's very dogmatic about their opinions on something and wasn't really allowing anyone else to have a say or a voice about it. And so it just was very anti-woman of deconversion. So
yeah, all in all, though, it was still a good show. Like I said, it just had that one
hiccup
that kept kind of popping up, which happens. Like I've had shows like that before where I try to get off of a topic and then someone brings it right back in, and I'm like, come on, let's get off of this. And then it comes right back up. And it can be difficult. But you guys did your best.
Oh no, we shot that down.
Yes. You were doing you were shooting it down and trying your best to keep it out, but then it kept coming in. So then you would have conversation, and then it would start back up, and then you'd have to shut it back down.
Yeah. So it's funny because we really try to the thing is that's the only time we get to hang out. The 6 of us and 7 of us. I don't know. There's lots of us. And so so when that happens, it's like, hey, yo, you're messing with our, our tiny tea time, and we just want to hang out as the group. And I know a lot of women and men have both said, it's great to hear a female perspective. I've talked to some women who have emailed us and said, look, we don't get to feel these things because we don't get to hear these things, and we don't have that group. And there are a lot of women who are really comfortable with our group. And then when we bring someone, and don't get me wrong, like, I love hearing different people's opinions and thoughts and opening up to them. But when you bring someone who's very dogmatic about their ideas on, especially when it comes to weight and personal self-esteem, it's just not welcome. And so I think that was really what happened. So.
Yeah, but everyone should check it out. Now, the Women of Deconversion, it has been on Shannon Q's channel in the past. Are you going to keep it on Secular Hangouts in the future, or is it going to kind of just bounce around?
I think it was on the first one was on Shan Q's. I think it can bounce around. There's nothing really static about it. Right now, Secular Hangouts, we have a good amount of subscribers. It's like, okay, but grateful for everybody who subscribes, definitely. But it's so uncommon, and we do it once a month. And so that frequency kind of doesn't allow for really good momentum to build up. And so I think that's why we kind of have the freedom to let it bounce around, because we don't have like a group of followers that are really loyal to that time frame. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And I don't think there's anything wrong with bouncing around, especially if you're getting like on Shannon's Q channel.
Shannon's Q channel?
Shannon's Q channel.
Is it
on Shannon Q's channel, you're reaching a larger audience.
Definitely.
And so they'll funnel back to the Secular Hangouts channel, and build it up.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone should check out these videos. They're great. I've watched, I think I missed the Halloween one, but other than that, I've watched them all.
Nice.
And they're really good
shows.
shows.
Having you in the chat. We like having.
I try to keep things going in a chat.
Oh, you do.
Wonder Lady says the last video got her dander up, and it was about the situation. Yes.
Mine too.
Wasn't the only one.
I'm gonna have to go watch this now.
Yes, you should check it out. So Cirrus, what do you have coming up on your channel?
Coming up on my channel, I've received a lot of emails from my subscribers about different faith healers and different individuals that they'd like me to do videos on as a matter of exposing them. So more than likely, I'm going to be doing a few videos, not unlike the Peter Popoff video that I did recently. Just getting into some of the faith healers that have been... In some cases, it's not just faith healing that's the issue. It's just the fact that they have this cult of personality that makes them feel invincible. So they'll actually harm children. So I'm going to be doing some work exposing a bunch of these creeps, basically. And then Monday, we will have the third part of the deconstruction of Matt Powell's bit of vomit he wants to call a movie. As a result, last time we had Aaron Raw on. We're going to have Jim Hall from Atheist Edge on soon. Nathaniel Walters, who used to work for, I think, the Atheist Community of Austin. One of the atheist organizations in Texas. Used to work over there. I'm going to have him on as well at some point. So we're going to have a few people in to help deconstruct that film because it's a mess. It's a horrible mess.
Well, I really enjoyed the last one that you had. And I'm going to defend you right now. You made one of the funniest jokes that I have heard from your channel when and that's just kind of a kick because Cirrus says he doesn't have a sense of humor at times, and he does. But no, one of the funniest things from that last video you did was where you said the New Testament or the Book of Mormon was Return of the Jedi The New Testament was Empire Strikes Back, and the Old Testament was A New Hope. And I laughed my ass off, and no one else in the chat laughed. I was like, oh, I feel so bad for Cirrus because he just gave gold and got nothing from it.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sometimes jokes fall flat. It doesn't bother me.
Oh, they do, but that one was definitely a good joke. So for me, coming up on my channel, this next Thursday, I have a new Jacob Pando apologetics video. He's a really bad apologist. I already have one video. It's actually a follow-up to that last video, so I was pretty giddy to see it. And then on Monday, I should, as long as I get some time where I can do it, have a video on biblical sex ed. The subscribers on my channel voted for it and would like to hear some information on biblical sex ed, which will be a fun video to do. Sex ed was not great. It wasn't.
Yeah, we have a Women of Deconversion on sex ed, so I feel ya.
Yeah. You should go and check that out as well. And you just heard my Adobe update, people in the chat. So that was fun. But other than that, I have Nacha Witness, who is going to be doing a Bible study with me tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time. It's a returning study with Nacha, and there's going to be a theme. His first video was when God deemed that the Israelite people had to carry out circumcision. And this video is going to kind of tie into that. It'll be a stream, so check that out tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time. It'll be a lot of fun. And other than that, let me check if we have any more donations.
We do.
We do? Let me get this loaded up. See, I knew if we talked long enough that we'd get at least another one. Okay, so we do.
Get
Doc
somebody
Fearsome
donating, trying to get us to shut up, basically.
Doc Fearsome is my fellow Iowan. He donated $5 and said, "We humans got to take care of each other." And I think that's probably a really good point to end on, because we do need to take care of each other. We're atheists, but we still care.
Because somehow those things are, they have some exclusivity to them for some reason.
Yeah. Atheists are just people. We love people. We care for people.
And they're just
Atheists are people too.
Yes. And Godless Journey, I hope you at least feel the love from this. I'm sorry you weren't able to get the privacy to be able to join, but love you, man. Don't panic, folks. Remember, you're not alone. And the outro. And wait a couple extra seconds because the last couple times I've ran this, for some reason, YouTube has cut off the stream really short. I noticed it did it to you that last stream that you had. Sir.
The girl,
I
Osiris.
have an outro?
No, not an outro, but it cut your stream off before you actually ended it.
I wasn't even aware.
You were like, I think we're going to go ahead and end, and then it cut off.
Oh, well.
That is fucking amazing because I did the outro then. And then you just said, and we're ending it. That's great.
It was weird. So, okay, so now I think I can
Why
end
does
it.
YouTube hate us?
I have no idea. Why does YouTube come up with things that make no sense? So, Cirrus,
Yes.
you still use the Premiere option.
I can, yes.
Do you?
About once a week.
Okay.
I don't do it for every video. I do it for about usually Tuesday's video.
Have you been reading on the reviews of the Premiere feature?
No.
It is leading to less views.
The Premiere feature is leading to less views?
Yes, and here's the reason. if someone sees that you're premiering, clicks on the video, and sees that it's halfway through, they click out, and so it screws your view time.
Makes sense. It treats it like a stream.
Oh.
Yeah. And then people are less likely to go back into that video later on because they see the thumbnail and think they've already watched it.
That's really frustrating.
Yes. Seems like a great idea on paper, but it's really messing with people's view times.
Then I think I'll just continue doing the do it once a week ordeal and not do it for every video.
Like, I figure the only reason why I would do it is if I had to record a Bible study early and then premiere it at my normal time. Because then I could still have it there and it would still be there for the algorithm and everything for consistency. But I noticed that with my videos that I premiered that I was getting like 10 to 15 views in the first hour.
As
when
opposed
normally,
to a few hundred.
Yeah.
Yeah, which would be problematic for me because usually in the first hour my video airs, if it doesn't have at least 100 views, then I start to worry.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are too cool. Women of Deconversion literally goes an hour and a half with 10 views.
That'll
you get a
build
lot
up.
of views after, but
yeah,
what?
It'll definitely build up.
Yeah, it does. We're pretty cool, I think.
Yeah. I mean, the longer you guys do that and the more people realize this is what's going on your channel and stuff